What drew me to surfing, I think, has just been, I love the ocean. There's something about it that's quite therapeutic and cleansing and calming, as cheesy as that all sounds, but I just feel so much better after I've spent a couple hours surfing in the morning.
I have never surfed before in my life. I have not even been in open water in the ocean for about 7 years. I wanted to get my kids an awesome trip after my middle one graduated from high school. Read about Surf Simply in a magazine, and it has exceeded my expectations by mountains, leaps and bounds.
I've only surfed once before, and that was with one of my great family friends, and they took me out on a tiny little shortboard, and I had no idea how it worked, and I fell every single time. I was just watching some cool GoPro videos and footage and stuff like that, and just inspired me to kind of try it again.
So I've surfed once before this, but pretty much this is my first time, and I'm just interested in trying new things, and it's such an amazing sport to me. There's so much more to it than I thought there would be.
I had surfed once before with a buddy in San Diego, California, with minimal instruction, so I wanted to come down here to figure out what it was all about from people who actually know what they're talking about, and I wasn't disappointed.
So I've been surfing probably for 6 or 7 years. My boyfriend initially he was really obsessed with it and wanted to surf, so I kind of just surfed because of him. I came down to Surf Simply 3 years ago, and that was the first time that I really took ownership of my own surfing. And what inspires me to keep surfing is just the challenge that every day it's a little different and pushes your comfort zone, and that's what I love.
Surfing has been the hardest sport I've ever had to try and learn, from snowboarding to mountain biking. It always looks as this really relaxed, cool, laid-back sport, but there's so many little intricacies can make or break it for you, and I feel like Surf Simply does an amazing job breaking it down for you at a level that is comprehensible to anybody and everybody. There's nobody else that I know of that teaches surfing this way.
It was pretty cool to see everyone kind of moving forward and together and stuff like that. I never could believe that my mom would ever be able to catch a wave, but she did.
It was just incredible to watch how a woman with very little coordination was able to master, with the help of these teachers, a very difficult sport. I'd probably say Mom was the most important, or maybe Lily, just because they...
From going to nothing, from nothing, what'd you say?
From zero.
From 0 to 100.
Not 100. Yeah, definite improvement on the side of Lily and my mom, and there's always been brother rivalry between myself and my brother, and I'd like to say that I have a little more respect for the ocean than my brother, and that's why I perhaps didn't catch as many huge waves as he did, but I also didn't take as many huge beatings as he did, so there's a trade-off in there.
Watching my kids get in the water every morning and every afternoon, the smiles that just went across their faces was priceless. They came up to me after and said, "Mom, this is the best vacation we've ever had."
So the beginning of the week, the swell started out pretty mellow and pretty easy, and it was kind of like a good introduction to a beach break.
The beginning of the week, the waves were just nice and sweet and kind and kissed us and didn't tumble us too much. And then the instructors announced that there was a big swell coming in. Well, I didn't even know the word swell in relation to surfing.
I looked at the swell report, the historical swell size and wave height, and this was way beyond what I expected.
When we saw the report of the size of the waves, I was a little bit shocked. I thought that everyone was kidding, and then I came down and I saw the paper that showed us that no one was kidding, and then I saw the waves and they were not kidding.
They said the waves are about triple in size from the day that you guys arrived, but you know, we'll take care of you.
I think the coaches and everyone handled it very well. It was great to have that safety net of the team there, who was very supportive, encouraging. I mean, it's definitely challenging in terms of, because this is the biggest surf I've ever paddled out into.
Swell definitely picked up to quite big. I don't know what you would call it, maybe like overhead, double overhead. I know everybody judges waves differently.
Honestly, I never really knew how to measure waves. I always would like to tell my friends that I was surfing 7 and 8 foot waves, but then when we got 7 and 8 foot waves, I realized what the difference is actually, and especially at the end of the week when the waves picked up to 15 feet and 20 foot waves, it was just insane to think that people actually were able to surf those.
So I was a little intimidated, I'm not gonna lie. I've never surfed in anything this big. When you get rejected 2 or 3 times, but then like the 4th time you get out and you get one wave, regardless of if you do nothing on the wave, it is still very satisfying.
I was frustrated yesterday because the water is so big that we couldn't go out the back, and that's really what I've been wanting to do, is catch those unbroken waves. So Mark kind of reassured me that, you know, it was so huge, I'm getting good practice in the white water, and then today, sure enough, I was able to go out.
It's, as they say, it's not a linear progression. There's going to be the up and down. It's important to accept that, because that's part of the agony and the ecstasy of it, and that's what makes it really rewarding.
We came here not knowing who the other 10 people in the group would be.
We did not know anyone in the group going in, but I told Mark, even on our walk back up from the beach, it was similar like being a kid and going to soccer camps and basketball camps, and so I thought that was great, and that you form these relationships and friendships with people that you wouldn't otherwise form. I think it was a much larger group.
I made a lot of friends. The group this week was great. It was really nice to bond with, you know, different age levels and different experience levels, seeing them get excited about the waves and learning how to surf for the first time.
You know, you had everybody from beginners who had never been on a surfboard to people that were way better than me surfing, and everybody just seemed to be very encouraging and just really happy to be here.
Just everyone is just so friendly and engaging and wanted to be here.
All of us were just absolutely floored with the camaraderie and the fun of the group. It's a random assortment of people, but everybody clicks. And from what I hear, that's kind of the standard every week.
So it made it very easy to get to know people and be encouraged by what they were doing and how they were progressing. Definitely gave me a little bit of courage to see that other people were really going for it, and all had the same desire to learn, really to learn.
I really felt comfortable with the people here. They're so athletic and just so interesting, and just really fun personalities, and we had a lot of fun throughout the week and a lot of laughs and memories.
Yeah, and I just add that, I mean, everyone was athletic to a shocking scale, which may not be the case every week here, but everyone came here to surf, and by and large, I tend to argue that people that participate in surfing are people that are social and enjoy being around people they don't know and in situations that challenge them. And we all, by the end of the week, and I mean even by the second day, were hitting it off like we had known each other for a very long time.
We all bonded, everybody was just awesome, welcoming, and we became a little tribe for the week.